In example 2, we are given 3 different lines, and they're not in slope-intercept form. Well, line 2 is, but we're going to have to do some rewriting before we can tell the slopes. So the goal is find their slopes and compare them and make the decision that, well, if they're the same slope, we're going to say they are parallel. If they have opposite reciprocal, we're going to say they're perpendicular. So the first thing that we're going to have to do is find their slopes. Line 2 is my favorite. This guy is already written in slope-intercept form, right? This is definitely y equals mx plus b. So slope is 5/2. So for this one, line 2, I'll go ahead and say look at the way that I'm writing. I'm going to go ahead and say M2. Okay, I'm going to write that subscript 2 to indicate this is a slope of line number 2. M2 equals 5/2. I didn't have to do any work because this line 2 was already written in slope-intercept form. I got to do line 1 and 3. All right, I'm going to go ahead and write down line 1 over here so that I can do the work on the side. Line 1 was 4x plus 10y minus 8. I'm sorry, equals negative 8. All right, let me see. Yep, let's solve this for y. Solve for y. And why are we doing this? We're doing this so that we can put this in y equals mx plus b form. Because if it's in that form, it's super easy to identify the slope. All right, ready? Let's move the 4x to the other side. I only want y on the left side. I have 10y equals negative 4x. Bring down that minus 8. Okay, now let's divide everything by 10. If I divide everything by 10, I'll get y equals. Now focus on this slope because we're going to have to reduce this fraction. Reduce that fraction. Negative 4 over 10 is negative 2 over 5 if you reduce it. And I don't care about this y-intercept. We're only focusing on the slope. But if I reduce that, that will be what? Negative 4 over 5. I found the slope. We found the slope. Okay, let me write that down. It is negative 2 over 5. I wonder if this is the same or opposite reciprocal as the other one that we have already. Oh, well, I think they're related. All right, so I'll say that M1 is equal to negative 2 over 5. Okay? What do you think? Line 1 and line 2. They are opposite in sign, right? This guy is negative. This guy is positive. They're opposite. Are they reciprocal? 2 over 5. If you flip 2 over 5, you will get 5 over 2. So they are opposite reciprocal. So guess what? Line 1 and line 2 are perpendicular. Okay, yeah, we answered that one. Now, I need to now go find line number 3's slope. Let's see. This is written as 2y equals 5x plus 3. So there's nothing to move. X is already on the other side. I just need to divide everything by what? 2. Let's divide everything by 2. And let's simplify. That will give us y equals 5 over 2x plus 3 over 2. Focus on the slope. Slope is 5 over 2. So let me write that down. M3. Slope of line number 3 is equal to 5 over 2. Oh, look. Line 2 and line 3 have the same exact slope. So, line 2 and line 3 are parallel. Line 2 and line 3 are parallel. Now, I need to compare line 1 and line 3 too. Let's see. Line 1's slope is negative 2 over 5. Line 3's slope is 5 over 2. They are opposite reciprocal, right? So, I'm going to say they are perpendicular. Okay. I'm going to create another guy, okay? Suppose that we have a fourth line whose slope is, let's say, 2/5. Why isn't line 1 and line 4 parallel? Because they're not exactly the same. So these two are not parallel. To be more specific, they are from two lines who are not parallel because one's negative and one's positive. Okay? Why are these not perpendicular? Not perpendicular. I should probably erase these because if someone's just watching or just looking at the completed notes, they're gonna be like, what is all this? But if you're watching this, and this is very common because they do notice this. Like they're like, oh, okay, 5/2. If you flip it, you get 2/5. But they're not opposite reciprocal. They're just reciprocal. They're both positive, right? So remember, it has to be one positive and one negative. So because they're both positive, they're not perpendicular. Okay? So those are the cases. I mean, if that happens, you're going to have to say they're neither. Okay? But let me go ahead and go back and erase these. Because I know some students just kind of learn by looking at the notes. But I think it helps to hear someone talking about it. But if that happens, you're going to say neither. Okay? Alrighty, that's it for example number 2. Yeah, I'll come back and do another video for the other ones. I'm going to try to keep these videos short so that you can take breaks in between.